latest installment. Midnight. Mark. I feel like I'm a little short on life. Patrick, Desmond, what's good? What's good? Tracy in the building. Lisa, what's up, good people? Johnson's in the building, representing the Cardinal Bird. Ronnie Ron in the building, representing the Cardinal Bird. Tyrone, representing the Cardinal Bird. Lady Lauren in the house, Lady Lauren, keeping these YouTube streets safe. Cashmere in the building. What's good, my God? Lou Primo, buckle up. I know this combo will be good. Or it might suck. Gary Crump in the building. Reggie, what's good? What's good? What's good? Look at Lauren. Hey, everybody. Dwayne in the building. What's going on? Bella, what you doing, girl? You haven't posted any good recipes or dinners. Maybe I haven't seen them on Facebook. Get on it. Don't be Well, let me clean that up. Muffled. You know what? Let's check the settings really quick. Setting, because I never check the audio settings very well. Well, those look good. Hold on, those audio settings look good. Is it still messed up? Well, yeah. Well, wait a second. Why, yes. You saw the Noomsy. Shout out to Desmond. You got one. Hold on. Let's get it in here. Hold on. Bella, look, no excuses, Bella. How's the sound? Legal pad notes. I know, right? No. Those are not legal pad notes. Those are Fix My Basketball Program notes. And it's two legal pads full of them. Cheers. And appreciate it, Desmond. And appreciate that Red State. For God's sake, hit the like button. Did I storm off like a brat yesterday because there wasn't enough likes? Listen, I went an hour and 6 minutes, and then just bratted out because there wasn't enough likes. I tell you what. Hold on. Let me remove the overlay. Let me get this off the page, my dear. How long should I wait? Babu told me I need to wait about 5 seconds. I have no idea how many likes and views. Or listen, I don't keep track like I should, Red State. So listen, when I'm whining, let's just get this straight. When I'm whining about the likes and the views, I'm just whining because I saw that's what everybody else on YouTube does. Listen, everybody whines about the likes and the views. I heard it's supposed to help your channel, but a person like me, I don't care. I would love to see the channel grow organically. I'm not gonna try any tricks to get likes and anything like that. Every once in a while I might put a little stink on the title or something. But for the most part, I just want to have a good, positive space to talk Louisville sports. And I want to be able to educate people on things that just things I know and things that I can bring, the experience I can bring to the table. What's going on, Val? Oh, 3, 2, 1, bang. Oh, Val. Okay. Oh, and Val, you're already over here. So I have to bark at you about being on Facebook, getting off Facebook, coming over here to the YouTube channel like everybody should be doing. Val, thank you for setting a great example for the people. I used to have to bark at you about checking us out on Facebook. People, if you're watching on Facebook, come over to the YouTube channel immediately. Made for the Ville, MadeForTheVille. Made for the in the background. Ooh. Sorry, I forgot that in the background. Where was I? Made for the Ville YouTube channel. Do it now because I'm shutting down the Facebook before we start talking about whatever we're going to talk about that I'm not telling y'all about unless you come over to the YouTube channel. Made for the Ville. So Facebook, I got to shut you down in 3, 2, 1, bang. Twitch, sorry, got to shut you down in 3, 2, 1, bang. And X, otherwise known as Twitter, I did hit the like. Hey, hit the like button as well. Twitter, I got to shut you down. X, I got to shut you down. Same thing. 3, 2, 1, bang. Oh, and ain't nothing wrong with running up them subscribers either. And it ain't nothing wrong. It ain't nothing wrong. Hold on. I need you to see this one on camera. I was giving you a toast, Desmond, before I realized I hit the cheer before I took the toast. Updated notifications. Let that also be a lesson to people. If you're not getting the notifications, update them. Because when you miss the pre-shows, when you miss the pre-gaming, when you miss the basketball breakdowns, don't blame me. Update your notifications. and we're good. Boom, boom. You got your notification. You good stuff, man. You YouTube started to show your boy maybe some respect. The basketball team can score, but once we get the defense down, God, that is the most glass half full message that I've seen in 48 hours. Oh, and keep in mind, my eyeballs are fresh off watching the game. Mm, mm, mm. I've watched some of the most positive things be turned so petty, so fast. It's just disgusting. It just makes me sick sometimes. But we managed to keep the vibe right. You know what? Let's go. Oh no, we can't do that just yet. Sorry about that. How many times have I replayed it? At 3.5, 4, 3 and 4, a little short of 4, about gross. Yeah, probably 4. Because like I said, you might watch it one time looking for the positives. You might watch it one time looking for the negatives. Then you watch it one time looking how the coaching staff is reacting to each individual. And yes, listen, I can talk sports. I can talk emotion. I can talk details. I can talk teaching. I don't have to run to the subject of Josh Hurd or the subject of who's next or who's doing what around the world. Like I can talk the specifics of sport. So when you watch the game, win or lose, you can still be entertained at the details and the growth and even if it's not the growth, even if it's the regression, like I said, Davenport would always say, you either got better or you got worse today. Nobody ever stays the same because look, you're one day older. So if you're one day older, but you didn't get better, then you got worse because you're one day older now. And you got to get better every day. Because if you're an older person, that means you're closer to the downhill if you don't get better. Imagine him putting that on an 18-year-old. Davenport, ain't nobody got time for your philosophical existential theories when I'm 18. Boy, sit down. Cheers. Shout out to Coach Davenport. David, what's good? What's good? We are building, always building. You have to be willing to put in the work to be better and literally be better. CJ 3K in the building representing the Carter Bird. Salute, good sir. Shut up. Lou Primo, that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. Listen, if I find out you're wrong about that, listen, are you just making this up? If you are, no, no. Listen, I enjoy seeing Glenn get fouls. Why do I enjoy seeing Glenn get fouls? Because Glenn learns every time he gets a foul. He learns something he can't do. He learns the reason he got the foul. He's learning every time he gets fouled. That's why I like it's almost a relief. Because when I'm watching him do something, I'll say, hey, Caleb, you got to get like when it's happening, I can say, get lower, get lower, get lower. They call a foul. I say, see, Caleb, you got to stay low on that. You know, you got to know when to use your body, how to use your body, when to plant your body and when to disengage from the body. But I'm happy with mistakes from kids that learn from mistakes. It's a great thing. It's a great trait to have. Some of the guys keep on making the same mistakes of commission and mistakes of omission. Caleb Glenn's mistakes are commission. He's fighting hard. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to commit mistakes when you're bringing the energy. Omission is forgetting to do stuff. You didn't block out. You didn't rotate. That's mental. Look, Desmond, and y'all done got me started off. Now listen, we haven't been in here 20 minutes, and I'm ready to, break the seal. All about the fundamentals. All about the fundamentals. Yes, that's the modified church mic. What happened? I ended up using the other mic, and I don't know, for some reason. Oh, I was playing with this other mic that I bought. It didn't work really good. But look, listen, it ain't going too far now. It ain't done for me to bring. Look, what is that? What is that mic's name? Goldie? Is that too easy? Can somebody please name the microphone? Did we ever come up with a name? Listen, this is a fact. Listen, you cannot live through the rear view. You cannot live through the rear view. You can acknowledge the rear view, but you cannot live through it. You cannot create your decisions based on that's what I don't like. When it's like when you just like find a stat, you nitpick and find ways to have a stat just to make a point to get a pound of flesh on the program. I was having a conversation earlier about how if I had information, let's just say
let's just say I had a list of the 5 coaching candidates that we're going after. Let's just say I had inside information. Again, assuming or surmising that there were going to be a coaching change at the end of the year. What if I had that information, but I knew if I shared that information, it would cost Louisville extra money. It would hurt the negotiations for Louisville if the word got out about the list of candidates that we're going after. How many people do you know would keep that list to themselves for the good of the program? How many media people do you know that would keep that information private? How many people do you believe? Seriously, I want to know. How many people would keep that list secret? I would. Even though I know the Midnight family would be very upset. Would you? Would you be able to keep that list quiet if you had the list of the 5 coaching candidates?
Red State said I would tell all. Val said I would tell. Chuck said I just tell the, the Midnight family on the download. Look, I wouldn't tell a lot of people. DL Osborne in the building, Chuck in the building. I wouldn't be quick. Listen, I mean, in all fairness, that'd be some hard secrets to keep. But it's a hypothetical question, and you get my point. The point is, listen, here, like when you talk about coaches, right? Everybody can name the hottest coaches. Everybody can name the hottest coach. Listen, everybody who talks about coaches right now was talking about Must Bus, was talking about Mick Cronin. The best coaches on the board, like just the best preseason coaches, 7 out of 9 of them are trash this season. 7 of the 9 most talked about coaches. If you would have fired Kenny Payne last year and brought in a new coach, 7 out of the 9 coaches that you were talking about replacing Kenny Payne with this season are trash this year. 7 out of 9. And if you started saying names, you would have got 5 out of the 9 promotions and extensions. So you're getting trash coaches extensions by driving up the coaching value market. All the good coaches have incredibly large buyouts. Listen, it's no secret. I expected a lot more. I got what I expected for the most part out of the recruiting. You know, I got what I expected. I didn't get what I expected out of the intensity and conditioning. I got about what I expected out of the change in style. Like I knew it would be a different kind of. I knew it was going to look more like NBA look. I knew it wasn't going to look like traditional college, but most of traditional college is looking NBA now, which I don't like. Listen, when I hear Kenyon Martin talk about Bobby Huggins, I wouldn't mind it. And like let's get this straight. All these coaches out here. Here's the thing. I just want to tell y'all something. This is just for Midnight Family only. This is for Midnight Family only. Somebody, accused me of just wanting Kenny Payne here because he's my boy, right? Not true. I thought Kenny Payne was in a perfect position to be this coach, right? But he's not my boy. He's older. Check his age. Like, he's not my boy. You know what I'm saying? I thought he's a good situation for our situation. So here's the thing. A guy says that. So then the guy starts spouting off Mick Cronin, this other guy, and like a Sean Miller, right? I want y'all to understand. Listen to me when I tell you this tonight, because this is a true thing that you're gonna Okay, I'm gonna say this in a nice way. A lot of people, they just like going against me for whatever reason. They like trying to discredit me. They like trying to, find a reason to pick at me and discredit me, right? Oh, you like Kenny Payne because this is why you like this. Okay, whatever. Every coach you go get, going to have a direct connection to. Every single coach you go and get that's anywhere in general age, I'm going to have a connection with, which means I'll be able to get more interviews and more contact and more interaction than you with anybody they bring in. So it doesn't end with Kenny Payne. Chris Mack's opening press conference. One of his best moments in college was against a game that we had a chess match going. Kenny Payne, like, dude, I mean, I'm gonna know everything about everything. Any coach you bring in, listen, you bring in Sean Miller. Sean Miller recruited Marcus Maben to North Carolina State. I know everybody. I don't have a different kind of dog in the fight. If I think a guy can get it done, I'll say that coach can get it done. I never have a particular dog in the fight, or I always got a dog in the fight. Listen, when I was saying we got to get Jeff Brom the first time around, it was the case. When I was saying we got to get Jeff Brom the second time around, like, you trying to compare Jeff Brom to Kenny Payne don't hurt my feelings, because I fought for Jeff Brom more than y'all did. So you should know that. The minute you bring right, and when Eves becomes the head coach, he coached me too. That's a great point. I know all these people. Kmart will fight you over Huggy. Yes. Same time as he was. I was behind him. Yeah, like, I only want coaches who I think can do a good job for the program. Yeah, it's like, yeah, if listen, if you gotta get the boot, I'll go listen, I'll call Josh myself. Do it. If Josh says, hey Maven, I got coach so and so on the line, what do you think? Do it. Right? Like, stop it. Oh, that's and listen, everybody just jumps right over that conversation. See, and that's an uncomfortable conversation. Evander in the building representing the Cardinal Bird. Money 1322, of course, representing the Cardinal Bird. What's good people? Okay, so what do we do here? Do we want to go basketball details or basketball politics? Because I can do both. Did I get low sounding? Y'all be hating on the church mic, don't you? Does the church mic make it look too old school? Do I need to get an expensive microphone arm? Do I need to get one of those long microphone straight arms? I could do that. Right. And again, you got to be harder. You got to be harsher. You got to be harsher. His philosophy did not align. To me, his philosophy does not align with the speed that fans and programs. His philosophy doesn't match up to the expectations and the speed of the expectations with NIL, with transfer market, all that good stuff. Football schedule is definitely going to be tougher. We all knew that. Ooh, and here's the thing. This is what people don't talk about. We'll jump out for a second. This is a big deal in the football situation. When we show up on all these transfer lists, and when we're on the down south top 12, this is the haymaker you have to watch out for. You get on early schedules. Kids spend their whole off season thinking about 3 or 4 games, and Louisville's going to be one of the games that people spend their off season thinking about. So every game, the minute you become the hunted rather than the hunter, you almost have to practice like 3 times as hard. Like when you're underdog, you can lose, and get up for certain games. Lose, get up for certain games. When people are coming after you, you have to prepare 3 times as hard to stay on top, to stop that underdog random team from beating you. And football is brutal when it comes to random underdog teams getting a piece of you. With the inside scoop and what in particular? Look, Desmond then bought me a toast. Desmond bought me a toast, so it got hot in here pretty quick. What in particular? We can do it. Yeah, okay. Jason, are you being positive? Lauren, listen, Lauren is she is like the neighborhood police. You know what Lauren is like? She's top flight security. But she's like Day Day. She just take it way too serious. Listen, Lauren has no idea who Day Day from Top Flight Security is. Ask her right now. Somebody ask Lauren, does she know who Day Day from Top Flight Security is? Seriously, I'll ask her right now. Yeah, we have too much broad support to become DePaul. I used to like DePaul too, till I started busting. Do I need to upgrade my microphones? Do I need more stuff, y'all? Let me know. Do I need more graphics, more background? Because I'll do it. I will do it. Look, if y'all want me to do this kind of stuff, I will. Does that make me look more like a YouTuber? Is that what I need to do to fit in the YouTube world? Is that what y'all need me to do? Do I need to do like act like I'm chilling in my summer home? I mean, this is my summer home in Asheville. My grand piano. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes the light and mess with the camera work. Is this what y'all want me to do? To become a full-time YouTuber? Or do y'all want me to just go to the Yum Center? Oh. Is that what y'all want me to do? Get all the glitz and glamour and cool effects? Or do y'all want me to just keep it real? Ooh. Happened there from hiring within. Or your program falls apart by hiring people who just want to come there and take the money. Because before a quote unquote hire within, you hired a lot of people with no connection to the university. And guess what? It led to extortions. It led to people, buyouts. It led to scandal. It led to demoralization of the university. I repeat, what's going on with the United States of America is demoralization. You saw textbook demoralization over earlier years. Right. I'm not here for the mutual respect. What a mutual parting of ways. Ooh. Well, technically, you would like to say Jeff Walls is the king of the portal and Jeff Brom is the prince, but I don't believe that. But if Jeff was the prince, it'll mean he has more years to be the king. And if he's already he's already the number one spot as a prince, then he would later on go to become the emperor of the portal. So if this is like the first 2 years, then I'm looking at Coach Braun becoming the emperor of the portal. or the Thanos of the portal, and Jeff Walls can be master of the universe, kind of like the He-Man of the portal. That was too deep for some of y'all. I know y'all understand that. Some of y'all might be too young to understand those. Who on staff would you keep? The problem with that is I don't know who has a strong enough voice on the staff to, okay, put it this way. When I watch games, and I tell you, when I watch a game the third time, I pay attention to every mistake on the bench because I want to see which, okay, like if somebody's wide open, right? If they run a play, if we run a play and somebody's wide open, you can look at the bench and you can usually see two coaches that are like, what the fuck you doing? He's open, right? That means that those coaches, they know the plays, they draw up the plays, they know what's going on. So those two coaches that react, I can see they know what's going on. And then if those coaches go to the head coach and say, hey man, he's missing a wide open guy, then I have to see how the head coach reacts to what they're saying. So then I say, okay, that coach saw he was open and that coach saw he was open. And they ran this play. So, that's the way you can work up the ladder to find the mistakes. You work backwards. You watch the game from the player perspective, the positive perspective. You watch the game from the negative perspective. Then you watch the game from the coach's perspective. Then you find out, is the player making the mistake? Is the coach making the mistake by not taking out the player? Or is the player making a mistake because he's unprepared, which would be the coach's fault? So by the time you get to the fourth time watching the game, you learn so much more in detail. That's why I can still talk the sport. And I can tell you, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. There's never no defense being played. There's never only person doing good. It's never one extreme or the other. I hope that didn't sound too complicated. Oh, no. He coaches like he knows he has a third year. He coaches like it. He listen. He is showing no panic whatsoever. And listen, that pisses me off too. Like, you want to see him coach with a crazy amount of urgency. But that's what we all as fans and the former players and whatever group you want to try to make, everybody wants coaches that look like their life is on the line. That's why everybody pulled the Rick comments that I want to die or I want to kill myself. YouTube, this is for education purposes only. YouTube, this is Fair Use Act. This is not what's it called? Hyperbole and exaggeration. There's no killing being done here. Hold on. Look, now I gotta catch up. Look, hold on. Hold on. Listen, I'm just getting to this part. Let me see. Oh, she Googled it. I bet she fucking Googled it. Hold on. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Hold on. Oh, Del Vito. Lauren. Did you get Del Vito? You gotta show him where to become a member and get the Cardinal Bird represent. Speaking of, Albert C in the building representing the Cardinal Bird. What's good? The Princess of Positive. That works. She has no. Oh my God, Lauren, did you just admit on the Midnight Family that you don't know who the top flight security of the world is? Y'all, she only care about her job. She only cares about keeping. Y'all should take that as a compliment. Ask CJ3K. She's the most professional, protective person y'all will ever see. She admitted. I figured she would just Google it and cheat. She protects the Midnight Family and don't know who top flight security of the world is. Everybody, big thank you and cheers to Lauren. That's how y'all know I don't even know Lauren like that. Because anybody around me is gonna know who top flight security of the world. Oh my God. Look, you gave it, Patrick. I see you trying to help her out a little bit. I feel you. And you know this. I feel y'all. I feel y'all try to help her out. So I don't need the video effects. Okay, fair enough. Okay. I feel you. Got all the snacks with the positivity. Yeah, right. And that'll start another riot. There was once a son that was thought to be about to get handed the job here at the University of Louisville. I won't even go any further down that road. Around here, what do you say? Around Normandy and Weston, we call this a little 20 twin. Wow. Lauren is going. Oh yeah. Jeff can go Thanos. Fair enough. We acknowledge everybody's positive. Crown Prince of Portal Land. I like that. Okay. Yep. This is Del Vito. Okay. We getting this in here. Some Bobby Thug is at. I know, but listen. Imagine Paul. Imagine the people who already hated him before he got here. Imagine if he was out yelling and screaming and cussing and going crazy. They'd say he's a loose cannon on the sideline. Ooh. Ironically, one of the biggest things is the setting the standards through substitution. The people who make the most mistakes because they're allowed to get away with the most mistakes. Repeat. The biggest problem is setting the standard through substitution. The people who make the most mistakes are allowed to get away with making the most mistakes still play. The people who learn after a mistake are getting substituted after one or two mistakes. The people who make the most mistakes, because they have higher potential, are still being allowed to make those mistakes. That is what's costing you. Listen, some of the games you're just going to lose because we're not good as a unit. It is what it is. I played with, like, y'all forget, any backcourt with Marcus Maben and Reese Gaines is supposed to win a lot of games. But if you got a Frenchman at center, a freshman from Compton, a walk-on, another walk-on, like when you, like, you got to have good combinations too. Like, you can have some players, some dudes, and I'm putting myself in the category of dudes, and it can go bad. Like, ain't no way a team with Reese Gaines and Marcus Maven supposed to win 12 games. But if the chemistry ain't right, if the work attitude ain't right, it's gonna go bad. But yeah, the substitution pattern, not even pattern, the willingness to discipline during games, to me, in my novice opinion, expert opinion, whatever you value my opinion as, is one of the top problems. But that problem started a long time ago, and that problem started before we took all the injuries. Now that we took the injuries, it's tenfold. I did see that. You go in. They play hard, man. They play hard. Yeah. It's like you can play hard and still be out of position, and that's when we go back to Coach Crum. If you made a mistake playing hard, if you got out of position because you're playing hard, that's okay. We can fix that. But if you're out of position because you're being lazy and you do like a Olay on the defense, yeah, that's a problem. That's why I wouldn't take out the Caleb Glenn's on hustle mistakes or the Tyler on hustle mistakes. Football schedule. It's tougher, but when you hit the portal like we did, you're not as worried about tough football schedules, because when you hit the portal this good, and when they start putting you as number one in the portal, you're not looking at your conference. You're looking above your conference. You're looking at the 12 playoff teams. I'm telling you, he's not going to say it. Jeff Brom is not looking at competing against ACC teams. Jeff Brom, with a number one transfer portal ranking, is looking at the other top 12 teams and what are they bringing in the portal. He's gotten past Florida State and Clemson. He's saying, when I beat Florida State and Clemson, can I win in the 12-team playoff? Listen, when you have portal classes like that, your dreams, your imagination, your hunger, it goes up. He's a fucking competitor. He's looking to go past winning an ACC schedule. He's looking to be an animal in college. When you get that many people and convince that many people, Ole Miss is going to be like preseason top 8 next year, and you take 3 dudes off of their team, you're saying, I'm taking 3 dudes off a top 8 team to be a top 8 team, not to hopefully compete in the ACC. So he don't care about the ACC schedule. Not at all. Not at all. Can I go to the kitchen real quick? Or do y'all want me to end it? Are y'all getting tired? Is everybody getting tired? I hope not. Let's maybe go to the kitchen real quick, and maybe we'll end this show with a bang. say to finish this off with a bang? Kitchen. We can conversate all night. Okay, cool. Kitchen run. Y'all know I need a kitchen run. Brum has the top 10 college football. Listen, again, I'll say it a million times. Coach Brum going from a Big Ten championship game to Louisville does not happen. That's how rare something like that is. So it's not a surprise that he's as successful as he is. It's not a surprise. The first time I wanted him, that was based on what I thought he could do. The second time I wanted him was based off of what he's proved. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he had his Western Kentucky thing where I'm like, dude, he can work. You know, his resume was nice, his quarterbacks were nice. Like, he had a good reason to say, I think he can really kill it here. He goes to Purdue, and if you, like I said, you got to remember too, people were coming up looking at his records at Purdue and not giving him credit for him doing it at Purdue. So that's why I don't take it too personal when people crash your candidate. Like I said, if you want to, like, if I wanted to right now, I would scroll back on everybody and who they thought should have been the head coach after year one of Kenny Payne. Now, if they were smart, they would go clean their timeline. If you hated Kenny Payne and you were Mr. Mustbus, or you were Mr. Nick Cronin, or you were Mr. like all these other names, like I said, there's some coaches that are still good and still doing a great job, but there's a lot of names that were being thrown out that are doing terrible, and they're not saying, okay, well, if I would have picked Cronin, and I think Cronin's a good coach, and Mustbus is a good coach, so I'm not hating on them. I'm saying you got to get a lot of things to work right. The situation Mac's a good coach. You think, like, how the hell are you supposed to predict that Chris Mack is going to get extorted by a 30-year friend? Or have listen, Luke Murray is with Connecticut helping them win championships. Hold on. What order of conferences would you want to be in first to last? Okay, if the SEC added 6 teams, I would want to be in the SEC. If the SEC stayed the same, I would do the same. Big Ten, add 6 teams. I would join the Big Ten next. It might bother me politically because I'd be scared of the next shutdown, because the Big Ten shuts down the Big Ten shut down pretty quick. I wouldn't like that. After that, what is it? Big 12. Yeah, like, those are the only 3 conferences that I think I would even entertain. That would be the only situation. Like, and again, yeah, the political factor of university affiliation would matter, because like I said, every institution has now become a political weapon. So you would have to pay attention to, like, is your conference conservative or liberal? Like, I would have to ask those questions before I added Louisville to any conference. mm. And if listen, you need a competitive schedule even to be ready for Kentucky at the end of the year. I think the biggest plus that Kentucky has is by the time they play us, that's why they moved the game to the end of the year. So they could play a full SEC schedule and then play us, who had a USA schedule, who had a Metro schedule, who had any other schedule but not SEC. But when it was just summer and then play them, we had the advantage because they hadn't got beat up and learned how to execute sharper by playing the SEC schedule. Yeah, but they would have to add a group of teams. That's a good catch. Brad, that's a good catch right there. He is. He is. You got to. I agree with that 100%. I might have to go back and watch that. I know. How pissed would y'all be if Brom took the Michigan job? How pissed would everybody be if Brom? Listen, I wouldn't hate on it, but golly, would people be pissed if Michigan came hunting for Brom? Would y'all give him a pass? Would y'all give him a pass? Yeah, right. Better yet, just go get all the players from Michigan. Fair. Yeah, Big Ten, he did that. Y'all see Minkins is going to Cincinnati? David Adams just in from work. Shout out to the night shift. And it looked like the rain stopped a little bit, let you get home safe and sound. That's good stuff. But what kind of receiver do you need? Do you get an under the radar receiver, or do you take a can't miss 5-star prospect who got an attitude problem, but he's from Alabama? Would you rather have a Jackson State receiver who dominated, or an Alabama 5-star receiver that got a little bit of attitude and got a assault on his record? Christian, I want an answer to that question. A troublemaker Alabama wide receiver or a Jackson State big time receiver? 6'1" at a Jackson State with all the numbers, or 6'5" Alabama with a bit of a criminal history? Christian Fernandez, you give me that answer.